Hi, Jonathan York from IRG BOP. Looking at the events over the last week, obviously been dominated by the news that came out of Dubai last Thursday. They were looking to renegotiate and possibly suspend payments on their debt. That was a huge story, initially looking at possibly as much as 60 billion. That has now been discounted down to possibly below sort of 26 billion, and the market seems to have taken it in its stride. Initially last Thursday and Friday did present some good opportunities as major share markets around the world fell anywhere between 3 to 7% in over 1 to 2 days. If you look at the market this morning, you've seen that market is now pretty much fully recovered on the back of the reduced debt figure, but also the other positive news that's come through in the market. And it just goes to show that the opportunities that are available out there. A lot of people may have panicked last Thursday and Friday, have sold out of their equities, whereas if they just held them for a couple of days, the market is pretty much fully recovered. It starts. Just sort of following on from that, where do you get the opportunities to be able to get into these markets? Most of the emerging markets were down pretty aggressively, say last Thursday and Friday, but have recovered. And how do you access these markets? Obviously the most sort of popular are sort of China and India at the present. Some of the other more exotic, sort of Brazil, Israel, North Korea, all represent some good opportunities out there. Currently, Linetamer have an interesting product in the market, Emerging Series 2, which gives access to over 20 of the emerging markets around the world, as an added benefit of a capital protection to maturity from Barclays out of London. And that's an interesting option to be able to play these markets that, to the general public, can be a little bit inaccessible if you just got to try and buy an individual share or just try and buy an individual country's index. Other news has been obviously the further increase from the RBA, another quarter point. That's 3 successive increases now from the Reserve Bank of Australia, taking Australian rates up to 3.75. Bearing in mind New Zealand OCR is currently 2.5. Interestingly, the currency has weakened a little bit on the back of that, the Australian currency, but now maybe an opportunity to maybe transfer up some of those Australian dollars into New Zealand, currently trading below 80 cents. On the back of that increase from Australia, it may just add further pressure here to the Reserve Bank in New Zealand to increase rates. Dr. Bollard's come out and said that rates will not be increased now until at least mid-2010. After the recent housing data again confirmed the strong housing boom in the New Zealand economy, there now may be added pressure to see an increase in the first quarter 2010, and that may just affect some of the fixed term bonds, and also but maybe a good opportunity to get into some of the annual resets, which we've mentioned previously on this segment. We've seen the announcement as well as in recent days on the Trustpower issue. 5-year is 760. I believe that issue is now fully subscribed. There is still a little bit of the 7-year left at 8%, but that is disappearing fast. So if you do have some interest in that, call us on 0800 867 323, or check out the website www.irgbop.co.nz. Also a good opportunity to just look through your portfolio and just see if anything needs tidying up here before Christmas and the New Year. Certainly a good opportunity to review the situation, and give us a call, and we're more than happy to look through that. Risk disclosure statement available on request. Thank you.